Hello and welcome to my craft room. My name is Michelle Wells. I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator from Tasmania, Australia. I hope you all hop on and join. So instead of saying welcome to Fun Fold Friday, I'm going to say welcome to Fun Fold Saturday. So it's funny doing it on the Saturday afternoon, but I had to do it today, this afternoon, because I couldn't miss out on my grandson's first soccer game. So alrighty, so if you hop on, please let me know where you're watching from. Say hi, please share, like, all the above. So, and if you're watching this back on YouTube later, please subscribe to my channel. So, alrighty, so I'm going to get started and I'm going to show you a card that I'm going to do. So I'm going to sit down and see if I can find myself, and I think I have. It's just popped up there just now. So, okay. I'll click on there. So we're going to create this card here today. So I've opened it up ready to go. But I'm just going to highlight that and see if it comes up. So, oh, good, it's working. So I'm going to create this this card here. So it opens up like that, but it also just clips into there. So this I'll show you how I did this, but I'm not going to use this today, only because this DSP is retired. So I'm going to show you how I did that in a second. But today I decided I'm going to use the Blessings of Home stamp set. So I'm just going to use this big stamp here. So, but I'll show you how I did that one. And I'm not quite sure if I'm going to use Have a Perfect Birthday, that sentiment, or whether I'm going to use the sentiment that was so sweet of you, or this one here. I'm not quite sure which one. It depends on how big they are and whether they fit on there, or I might even do a thank you card. So I might do the thank you card. That one might work out better, but I'm going to use one of these sentiments out of the Sweet Strawberry stamp set. So I'm not quite sure yet, but anyway, I'm going to pop them aside, and I've got all my bits and pieces all cut. But how I did this piece here, this is actually designer series paper, and this is retired, so I'm not going to use this today, but I made this card a fair while ago, and this had retired, so I've got a few like cards that are already pre-done for my Fun Fold Fridays. So, but all I done was just got the DSP, and this is black and white. So, and all I done was I cut out the size that I needed, and I just grabbed my my Stampin' markers, my Stampin' blends. I'll get that out in a minute. Hi Lynn, how are you? Thanks for joining. So today I'm going to be using the Fresh Freesia. So all I done was I just used my dark one, and all I done was just coloured the DSP. So, and that's how I got, but I coloured that one in don't know if it's a real red or the cherry cobbler, I think. Yeah, it was cherry cobbler I done that one in. So, but yeah, all I done was just coloured this DSP, and that's how I got that flower there. So if you've got black and white DSP or designer series paper, colour it in with your pencils, watercolour pencils, your stamping blends, like anything, and it'll create the background. So that's how I did that one. But we're not going to do that today, so I'm going to pop that aside. So I've got all my pieces here, and like I said, I won't go really too much into the measurements because I'll have them on, but this is just a normal 4 by 11, and I'm going to do it the opposite way around. So I've got all my pieces there, so I'm going to grab my trimmer, and I'm just going to pop this in here, and I'm just going to score this at 5.5. So 5.5. Look at that. So I'm just going to score that at 5.5, and then I'm going to pop that onto, so I'm going to bring this one over so where I've scored it, so I'll score it so you know that like it's just a normal portrait like card. So what I'm going to do is going to pop it back in, and I'm going to pop the end of one side, it doesn't really matter which side, I'm going to pop that in at 2 3/4, and I'm just going to cut that piece off and pop that right there. So I'm going to cut that piece off. So what you're left with is your card, and this piece here that you've just cut off will spin around, and that'll be your part that sits, so it'll go, so you're not wasting anything. So this becomes your other little piece to your card. So hi Lisa, how are you? Glad to catch me live. Thank you. So yeah, so we just, like, that's cut off, and we just flip it around, and that makes that shape. Well, that makes the card there. But while I've got my trimmer out, I'm going to cut all my pieces. I'm going to keep that piece there for my stamping. This piece is already cut, and that's for my inside, so that'll go on the inside of my card, and that piece will go on top of there. So, and I've also got another white piece here, but I'm not quite sure how I want to cut the flower, so that's going to go on there, but I'm not quite sure how I want to cut the flower out. So I'm going to stamp it on a bigger piece and cut it. But I've got here a 2 by 2 inch square and 1 7/8 by 1 7/8 square. So all I'm going to do here is I'm just going to cut these in half, like to make 2 triangles. So I'm just going to cut, so I'm just centering it up there, and once you've got that, I like to start in the middle and cut, because if you cut from the end you will make a blunt, like you'll tear your cardstock, or the same as with your, and this one here I'm going to do the same thing, but like I said, all the measurements will be on my like I'll send out on my project sheet in my email. So I'm just going to pop that there, and I'm just going to cut that. So you only need one of those and one of those, and I forgot to mention this paper here, so you only need one, so you got another one here to make another card. So this piece here, and I think that's all I need to do there with the cutting. Yep, it is. So I'm going to pop that aside. So hi Anita, how are you? Thanks for joining. So that's a piece that I want to experiment on in a minute. So now you should have, like, you'll have your inside piece, so that'll go on the inside, and then you'll have this piece here that goes on top there, then you'll have that piece that goes on there, then you'll have your stamped image which will be on there, and that'll sit on there, and then these two pieces will sit on top of one another, and they will go there to hold your card, like this one here. So I'm going to get started, but before I do that, I made a mistake in my last video. I said that the DSP was from the Playing with Patterns, but it was actually from the Pattern Party. So it's a free, you get that free as a host gift for like purchasing, I think it's $250 order, and you get that for free. I could be wrong, I'd have to go back and double check. If I haven't, I'll have a look in my, I'll grab my catalogue over here. Oh, don't drop when you touch one thing, especially when they're sitting on plastic bags. So I'm just going to go, just double checking to make sure it's the right catalogue. I'm not showing you the the new one. Yeah, so here is, it's called Pattern Party. This is what I used in my card last week, so I apologise if you've seen a mistake. Somebody caught me out on that. Thanks Lisa for reminding me that it was the wrong one. But so this is what I'm using again today. So, and you can see the piece here, it's just there. So this is what I'm using, the Pattern Party, and yeah, you get it, yeah, you get it free with a $250 order and above. So if you got a $250 order, you could get this for free. So yeah, so that is what I'm using today. So I'm going to pop that there. Hi Jenny, how are you? Thanks for joining. So yes, I'm using the Pattern Party Designer Series paper today. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop them all aside for a second, and I'm going to stamp my, so I think I might stamp thank you. I might make a thank you card today. So I have not used this one yet, and I thought I'd bring it out, and so maybe I'll have to get this one out and give it a go before it, this one, I think this one's retiring, so I need to get it out before it retires. I've got so many stamp sets that I haven't used that are all going, so I need to get in and do it. I do apologise for my croaky voice. I haven't been feeling too well. I've done a few COVID tests and they all come back negative, so but I've worked it out. I'm not sick. It's still to do with my thyroid and my because my thyroid actually makes my throat croaky, so I've realised that that's what it is. And would you believe that my Memento black ink is way over the other side of the room, so I'll have to duck and get that because I want to have this one black as well. So I'm just going to duck over here. And I knew I wouldn't be organised today, so but it was really cute today watching my little grandsons playing their first game of soccer. Like Archie didn't want to go on half the time because I suppose he was just too shy, and Lincoln he loved being on there, and he was sort of like didn't know where he had to be and stuff, but it was really cute to watch him, so I look forward to watching them again. So I'm going to stamp this on there, and hopefully, yep, that's pretty good. So I'm just going to set that aside. So I'm going to bring my Stamparatus out for this piece because I want it to be on this size, but I'm not quite sure where I'm going to be stamping it. So I thought if I get my Stamparatus out and pop this piece in here, I've already got my stamp in there, so I'm going to pop that there. I'll need this to go on this side, so, and I'm just going to pop, that's already on there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop this piece here like on there. I'm just going to pop some magnets on. Don't get these together. Ask me why. Look, I actually clung these together and I've got part of broken on each, and I have got a new one somewhere, but I just don't know where I put it, so I'm just making sure where that one's going to go. So I may take that off. So this is how you get yourself organized if you want to put a stamp on somewhere. So I'm just going to pop that down to the bottom there, and then I'm just going to pick it up with my Stamparatus plate, and I'm just going to ink that up with Memento black ink, and hopefully I don't shake the table around too much. So and the thing is, if you don't do it enough, you can go back and do it. So I think that is pretty okay. Might just give it, I think I might have it just enough. I don't want to overdo it, so, but I think that's fine. So I'm just going to take that off. I'm just going to chuck that, well, not chuck it, but put it back over here, so into my trolley. So now I'm going to work out, like, that might just all get in there, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut that out to this size. So this size here is 3 3/4 by 2.5. So I'm going to cut this piece down to that size. So, and I've got black everywhere now. I wonder if that'll work if I done that instead of cutting that. Might give that a go. Actually, I'm going to bring the Stamparatus back in and see if I can get that to sit on there just nicely. So what I might do is I might grab my, I'm just going to quickly give it a clean so I can stick this directly onto my paper. Or what I'll do is I'll show you what I'm going to do. And actually, so if I put it about there, so let it dry. I'm just going to stick that there, so it might just be right on the edges. So I just don't want to muck around cutting, but I just don't know if this would be big enough. It might be just a little bit too. Okay, I'll pop that one. Okay. Once I stamp it once, it'll be fine. I'm just going to stamp that. I'm trying to get it all in, but it's not going to really matter. Which way does that go? I don't think it really matters which way it goes. I'm talking to myself now. So I'm just going to pop that. Trying to work out whether I want those big leaves up the top there. So I'm going to try to get all of those. I'm just going to stick that there. And here goes nothing. If this doesn't turn out, then I will cut the other piece. But okay, so I'm going to ink that back up, and hopefully I'll get a good image like I did before with my other one. So hopefully this will work out, and I'll get a good image in there. So, and not as good as image as my other piece, but okay. And I love the Stamparatus because you can keep going, and so yeah, that's pretty good. So I quite like that there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make sure they don't stick together because they will break. Alright, pop that back up there. So now this will sit on that piece there, but we're going to do some colouring in. So I'm going to quickly colour this in. So I've got, what I'm going to colour it in with is my Fresh Freezer and my Granny Apple Green. I actually love these two colours. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do my dark colours first around my purple, and I'm just going to quickly, hopefully I'll get all this coloured in quick. Okay, just going around all those lines, so all those black lines, it's given me a guide to where it'll be darker. So I'm just going to pop a little tiny bit in there. And I'm just going to, all these flowers are all going to be the same colour. So, and not that one, that's a leaf. So I should have had a bit easier one, but I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. I'm just going around all those dark lines. So, and I'm just wondering whether I want the same. They look like they're going that way. So, actually that's the way I'm going to have it, that way. So, I'm just going to, and the rest of it's easy. Like, you'd spend more time with if you was colouring this in, but I'm just sort of going to colour all these in really quickly. So this is me when I colour on a, I'm not going to worry about those little ones there because I might change those ones, and I might colour those, might get the Daffodil Delight colour and colour those. Actually, I just want these big ones here, and I want that one there. I might do that one as well. I might have to run and get my Daffodil Delight one, but and that one there can be yellow as well. So now I'm just going to bring just while that's sitting for a second, I'll grab my Daffodil Delight. I'm only going to use the one shade, so I'm going to bring dark end. So I seem to be up and down today. Okay, so I don't normally colour. I like to get my colouring all out of the way, and so I'll do bit by bit. So I'll use the same, go back and do this, but I'm going to use the thicker brush this time, and hopefully I just like that darkness in the, and I'll show you if I go out the line. I've bought my colour lifter, so, and I could have went in that one as well, but I didn't. Okay, I love this colour. I think this would have to, I love Highland Heather, but I think the Fresh Fuchsia is my favourite colour. But I'm also looking at the new, I forgot what they're called now, so that might be a nice shade of too. So if anyone can tell me what the colours are, the new ones, I can't remember now. It's gone from my brain. I'm not going to do that one. I'm just going to use the smaller one because I want to keep that in the line as much as I can. So, and I'm feeling very hopeful with my job. Like my interview went 50-50, but and I've got a few more different leads now to some other jobs. Is that part of that one? Okay. Don't know if that one's, yeah, I think that one's part of that one. Yeah, so I'm a bit excited. So hopefully I hear back and they take me. So I can only hope. But I felt confident, but I also, like, I'm my own worst critic though. I probably went really well, but I just thought that I didn't. So, but yeah, I've applied for a job working in the disability sector in the community. So, but yeah, I just hope. But anyway, if I don't, it was a learning curve, and I've got many more probably interviews to come, so I'm bound to be snavelled up by somebody. So, oh, I nearly went on to that one. So, okay, that one, I think that one's part of that as well. So that's my quick colouring there. Oh no, I forgot that one too. So I don't know if anyone's like me. Yeah, you're colouring and you forget to talk. So I think I'm just concentrating. So alrighty, so that part's there. That's all I want with those. So I'm going to bring in I'm going to go to the dark daffodil, not that one. And I'm just going to go around all these flowers quickly. I'm just going and around that one. I think purple and yellow go together really well. So does anybody else use purple and yellow together? So I think it's just a nice combination. So okay, put there. Okay, so those ones there, I'm going to leave those, and I'm just going to do probably the center with these little ones, and this I'm going to go around that one there as well, and I think that was all. That was the leaf there too. Yep. So I'll go back in a second and do that. Hi Sally, how are you? Thanks for joining. So now I'm just going to go back down here, and I'm just going to quickly do all these little flowers here. So, but like I was saying, if you had a black and white designer series paper like this one's retired, so I didn't want to show that one. But if you've got a heap of black and white flowered, I couldn't tell you what this one was out of, but you could sit and colour your designer series paper, and that's how I done the my sample card. Like I said, I made this card ages ago, and I never got around to getting it done before the paper retired, but that's okay. I'm showing you how you can do it with like a stamp. So, and I love this stamp. It's easy to colour in, so, and it's gorgeous. Okay, and it doesn't take long to colour in, well, you can see. So once I get past all this section, then the rest is quite easy to put together. So it's just the colouring. So, and the leaves won't take me long to do either. So there's not many of those. So, and I'm going to show you a little tip with my colour lifter in a minute. So, okay, so that's all that. You love the retired DSP and haven't used it either? Yeah, no, this is gorgeous. Like, it's, well, I will use this, but there's a whole heap of patterns. I've got a couple over here. Oh, that one just fell, like it didn't. So this is some of them here. This is all I've got left. I've used them on, but yeah, so, but they're just cute on one side, but I can't remember the name of it, but yeah, I'm going to colour all these in and use them. So, but I think this is all I've got left of that that lot, but it's really cute. So, but I don't know why I never coloured it in, so bit slack. Alrighty, so I'm just going to go back in with my dark granny apple green, and I'm just going to go down the stems with that one. So, and these big ones, I'm just going to come along those lines, but I'm just going to colour the stem, and these little ones I'm just going to go down the stem with the dark one, and the little ones here I'm going to do the same, and then I'm just going to bring my light one back in, make sure it's the little tip one, and I'm just going to colour that in. But I'm going to show you, if you've never seen a colour lifter before, I know a few haven't, so I'm going to show you. I'm just going to go out the line there, so I've accidentally gone out the line there, so I'll show you in a minute how to get rid of that. So, okay, and granny apple green is my favourite green. I don't know, I just love it. So, okay, nearly there, ladies. So nearly there. It doesn't take long to colour in, but if I had more time to, like, I'd take my time and wouldn't be so. Oh, and I forgot those little leaves, but they can just be all granny apple, the light. So I'm nearly finished. So there is my flowers all coloured in, and I just love the purple and the yellow, so pretty. So now I'm going to bring in my colour lifter, and it's I'm going to use my my little tip. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go along there, and that will get rid of that. So I'm just going to leave that there for a second, so I'll come back to that. But I'm going to use the colour lifter to sort of just take out some of the colour there. So just certain areas there, I'm just going to bring it along and sort of lift some of that colour out. So, and if you're going to use it again on another colour, like just wipe it on the table, but you can see it's starting to lift. So I'm just sort of taking a little bit of that colour out in just areas, and it sort of like gives it a bit more of a white, like a lighter colour, lighter shade in there. So, and then you can see where I've done it on the center. On this one here, it's actually looking pretty good now, but you can see here I've actually got rid of that green. It's just a little faint line there, but that I'm not going to worry about that. If I wanted to, I could go back over it again, but, and actually I might go back just over one of those. And then if you like looked at it and you thought, well, I've made it too white, you can come back in and go over it again. So, but that is all that. So I'm going to get rid of all these out of the way, and I'll sit them over here in my trolley. So get rid of that, I don't need that anymore. So now while that's sitting drying with my sentiment, I don't need those anymore. And I'll get rid of that. So have you got a lot of that paper, Lisa? The DSP. So alrighty, so we need that, and that. Get rid of that, don't need that anymore. So now I'm just going to start assembling my card. So I'm going to pop my piece on the inside. So, and you can put a sentiment on here if you want, but I didn't want to. I wanted to keep this all. So got something there. I just wanted to keep it plain so I can just write a message on the inside. And make sure that you put this piece in before you put the corner on. Ask me how I know that. I've had to pull it off and redo it myself because I've forgot to put the white piece in before I put the corner piece in. So that's my piece inside for my sentiment. So I'm going to pop all these pieces together. So this piece will go on top of here. So, and okay, so this piece is going to go on there, and making sure it's straight. Okay. Okay, so then this piece here is going to go on there, but it's also going to go onto, it's funny where my piece went. So that's going to sit on top of there. So we're going to glue that onto there. So it looks pretty too on the back with all the colours coming through. So, and we're going to go that way. Was it that way? Which way? Do you reckon? No, I like the leaves. I'm going to go that way with the leaves up, like the leaves sitting up there. So I'm going to pop that onto there, and okay, And I like to put this piece on. That's going to be crooked. I like to pop this piece on first before I pop my corner piece on. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to pop, like I'm going to turn it over, and I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on this side here, so because you don't want it to go too far. So I'm just going to pop a little bit of glue there. Then I'm going to flip it over. Excuse me. And I'm trying to hold this up now. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop that there, and I'm just going to slide it along there. And I just like to do this part before I pop. So I'm just sort of like working it out and getting it balanced. And it doesn't matter if it's not spot on, but try to get it just even as you can. So I'm just going to double check that I haven't got no glue. And then once you're happy with where you like it, then turn it over and give it a good rub, or use your bone folder if you want to. So and just give it a bit of a rub at the back like that. So I like to do it the opposite way, because then you're not like pulling all this up or making it tacky. And that's starting to look pretty cool, pretty. And you can see where I've gone with the white there, and I actually quite like that. So I'm going to pop that there. So now I've popped that there. I'm going to grab these two pieces here, and I'm going to pop this piece on top of here. So, and I'm sort of going to bring it down, because when you pop this on, and if you wanted to have this a bit smaller, you can. So maybe that one was a little bit smaller. So I might take that. Actually, I might change that. I'm just going to cut that again. So I've got another piece here. Hopefully that's a little bit, I think I might cut this down just a little bit smaller. I think that's a little bit too big. So I might use 1 3/4. 1 3/4, hopefully, and 1 3/4. Okay, come on, sticking to me now. Okay, I'm just gonna. Somebody told me about the instant hand sanitizer. If you have some of that near your next to you, and like it makes your hands non-sticky. So, and I have paper towels, but it gets all the sticky residue off. So now that I've cut this 1 3/4 square, I'm gonna hopefully hold that there, and I'm just gonna cut that up. And I think that may be a lot better, because the other one I looked at was a 1/8 of an inch smaller. But so I'm going to see this one, and that one's a lot better. So I like that one. Right, so I can always make a bit bigger square there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this onto there. So the colours in the card look stunning. Thank you. The DSP is called True Love, and I have a pack cut into 6x6. I think I did mine that way too. I'm not quite sure. So, but yeah, just gonna pop that. Maybe we're putting little tiny bits of glue. It doesn't work. So I'm just going to pop that so it's got an even border all the way around. So, and for some reason my trimmer seems to be cutting. It might have been the way I had it. I stuck it in there. So that's okay. Just going to give that tiny little bit just to snip off. That's better. So this piece here is going to sit on here, but it's going to sit up on dimensionals because you need to have it so you can get your, okay, pop my dimensionals, and I might cut these little ones down here and use these ones today just because I can get them in the corner. So okay, they might sit right in the corner better. So I'm going to stick one there, and I'm going to stick one because you don't want one in the middle here because you want to be able to, so your flat side here, you're going to keep one of those with no dimensionals there. So I'm just going along. It's not going to sit right in the corner there, but I might stick another little piece. I hate my voice when it's croaky. So I'm going to pop those on, and I'm going to take these all off and pop them straight into my bin. So I've got my bin right underneath my table. Okay, so in you go. I've got one stuck to my finger there. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to line that up with the edge and with that edge, and then once you've got that, then you're going to put a good press down. So I'm just going to make sure, yep, that's fine. So once you've done that, then this piece here will like slip into there, and I'm quite liking that. So what do you reckon, ladies? You're liking the colours? So now with the sentiment here, I'm going to work out where I want to have it, but before I do that, I'm going to cut the, you could do this with your, I've got a punch over there, I'm not going to get up but I'm just going to go down the center, and I'm just going to go from one corner, and I'm just going to go to the other corner, and that's how you flag the edges if you don't have a punch that does that. So, and I don't know, I think those flowers are too pretty to be covering up, so maybe I should have had a smaller, actually, would that work? I'm going to try something here. I'm going to grab my little trimmer, only so I can cut it straight. I'm just going to do something here because I don't want to cover those flowers. I think those flowers look pretty. So I may muck this up, or I may not. So I'm just going to go to the center there, and I'm just going to cut off thank you. So I might have I don't know, I might have the thank you there, thank, and I might have the you, I don't know, yeah, I don't know, maybe I mucked it up. So I just want something that's like there. I don't want to cover up my flowers, so I'm just thinking I had thank you there, thank, but yeah, it's not going to work. So I'm going to turn that over, and I'm going to see if I can do something else with that. So diagonally across the top. So you reckon diagonally? I don't know. I think now that I've cut it now, so yeah, I'm gonna ditch that one, and I'm gonna stamp something else on here, and I'm just gonna pop that at the side there because I just like those flowers, or maybe there. So I don't know, but I'm gonna do something. Maybe I can do just for you, or actually I'm going to try again with the thank you. Maybe, yeah, I just don't want it to actually. What about if I stick it up there? Thank you along there, and not have it a little piece on there. If I had thank you, like stamped thank you there. What do you reckon? So I'll either probably muck it up, or because I quite like, actually I'm going to try that. So I'm going to go across the top, and I'm going to show you a trick that I'm going to do. I'm just going to pop just a line along there, so I know, and I can just rub this out in a minute, that if I stay up there. So okay, so I'm going to try something different. It may work, it may not. I may muck it up altogether, but as I say, you can't muck up. So I'm just going to bring that down a little bit more, and I'm going to stamp that, and here goes nothing. Fingers crossed, ladies. So, and hopefully, ta-da, that might turn out really good. So, and there is my thank you up there. What do you think? Yes or no? It could have probably been in a different colour. So, but yeah, I'm just going to let that dry for a second. So, what do you think? So, and it actually does look pretty good. Maybe I could have put it in a different colour. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to bring my rubber back, and I'm just going to rub out those lines. And the best thing about photopolymer is that you can stamp. So there you go. So I'm going to pop that there, and then all I need to do now is add some bling, but I just didn't want to take away from those beautiful flowers, because on this one here I only had the tiny little one, but I just wanted to showcase all those flowers. But so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop some bling on. So I need to get my bling, and okay, my bling is over here. So I've nearly cleaned all my craft room up. I've got a few things to go. I've actually fit my sewing machine in so I can do some alterations to my my curtains, or my lace. I'm putting all new lace up, so but and plus I want to create some junk journals, so I like to sew junk journaling. So I'm thinking about the gilded gems. I don't know about those, or actually that's an idea. Wonder where they have gone. No, not those ones. I'm actually going to put the gilded gems because I like these. So I'm going to grab my Take Your Pick tool. So what do you think? You love the card, Sally? Thank you. And you like the black, Lisa? Thank you. It looks good, says Sally. So I'm just going to go back and just make sure that I haven't missed anybody. Okay, thank you, ladies. So I hope you're enjoying it. So I'm just going to grab on that card there. I used two big ones, so I might do the same thing this time. I might pop one there, and I might pop another one. And my hairs have decided to stick there. So I'm going to stick two there, and I'm going to take a smaller one, and I'm just going to go right up into the corner there. So that is my card today. So I'm going to move everything out of the way, and another little thing you could do is grab your Winker Stella, and hopefully that's the right one. We'll see. Hopefully it is. and then you could just go back in and just run some purple up, run some ink, some Winker Stella just around those purple parts there, and it just sort of gives those purple ones. I wouldn't do it on all of them, I'd just give those purple ones a highlight. So, but if you wanted to, you could do the whole lot. So, but I'll just give all those purple ones a bit of a highlight. So, and it just does give it just a little nice bit of shimmer in there. So there you go. So that's the one that I made today with you, and that's the one I made many weeks ago. So I've got this one on one of my card swaps at the moment. So because I'm the card designer for the card swaps. So yeah, there you go. So which one do you prefer? The cherry cobbler one, or that's actually coloured on the DSP, or stamped image using the, what was it called again, the Blessing of Home. So yeah, I actually like both of them, but because I'm a purple girl, I am swinging towards this one. But I do like how, like, you've got the thank you on there. So if you open it up, you'll have thank you on the inside. So you can always put some white on here, and they can have like signature on here. So, and it stands up just like a normal card, so it doesn't have to pop back in there. But yeah. So, and this one's called a corner latch card. So I've actually seen so many people make these, so I wanted to give it a go. So, but thank you, Sylvia, for joining. I can't understand what you're saying. Are you from Dutch, or where are you from? So, but thanks for joining. Purple colour, of course, favourite colour. Yes, it's my favourite colour too. You love them both, Sally? Thank you. So, but yeah, I'll leave them there so I can take a screenshot of those, so I can get them all like ready to go on to YouTube. So, but yeah, and I'm actually a little bit lopsided today. I think I'm more on one side than the other, but yeah, anyway, if you have any questions, if you would like to purchase any of these items, or if you'd like to get one of the new catalogues that are coming out, along with the catalogue that's the mini catalogue, I'd be happy to post them out to you. So I am getting the new catalogues coming very soon, so they'll be going out to all my customers. So when I get them in a couple of weeks time, so I'll have them all ready to roll. But yeah, so but if you have any questions, you would like to know anything, please don't hesitate to contact me. And yeah, so but anyway, I'll let you go and enjoy the rest of your day. And I'm going to go and do a little bit of housework, and I'm actually going to finish putting all my products onto this site. So yeah, so I've got a big afternoon ahead of me. So, but anyway, thank you very much for the lovely comments. Thank you very much for joining me, and I hope you all have a wonderful afternoon. Alrighty then, I'll catch you next time. Bye for now.